So it's time for another spooky Saturday night, and we have another Nukes.
Some say that children have the uncanny ability to connect to the spirit world, and in some cases even see or communicate with the other side. In this next video, a father is home alone with his son when the toddler seems to spot something truly bizarre.
Mama, your mom isn't there. There's no one there.
Mama.
Are you seeing ghosts?
Yes.
In another creepy video posted by Kurt Harris,
he's all excited, like, yes!
His grandmother in Chicago when his little cousin Dazia says something that is downright chilling.
That's the man come to see me tonight.
Who come to see you at night?
The man.
What man? What man? Up here?
Uh-huh.
He did.
Little Dazia claims that the
He
relative
did.
in an older photo on the wall visits her at night. Now, the only problem with that is, well, he did.
Uh-huh.
He did.
In fact, the man in the photo passed away in 2005, over 14 years before little Dazia was even born.
Daisy.
She has never even met the man. Or did she actually meet his ghost? You decide.
Up here?
Uh-huh.
Up here!
He did.
That little baby's seeing ghosts, and his daddy's so proud. He's like, yes!
Did they see something, maybe? It's possible, but
Kids' imaginations are insane.
wild imaginations. Like the little girl that saw the grandfather here. He dead, but she's still seeing him. Does she? Well, maybe.
Maybe.
Don't know. I mean, it's hard. When it comes to kids, your guess is as good as mine. They got imaginations that are much more vivid and wild than ours. So take it with a grain of salt.
So cool.
The Crescent Hotel. Built over 138 years ago, the Crescent Hotel in Eureka Springs,
Looks like the
Arkansas has
Stanley.
become
Yeah,
infamous
a little bit.
for its dark history full of death and tragedy, leaving the hotel with the ominous name, quote, the most haunted hotel in America. The
Cool.
hotel was
Stanley.
once a treatment center run by a man named Norman Baker. Baker claimed that he had, quote, the miracle cure for cancer. Of course,
we're
these
going
claims
there.
were completely false, and hundreds of people lost their lives within the walls of this building, hopelessly waiting on a cure that would just never come.
Oh.
Some of the patients' remains were said to be scattered on the property. Now, with a history like that, it's no wonder that today many of the hotel guests claim to have had terrifying paranormal encounters, and some of these experiences were even caught on camera. 4 years ago, Jennifer Chronister was visiting the Crescent Hotel with her mother when she accidentally captured something truly creepy.
Girls trip, most haunted hotel in America, and my nightstand on the creepy door
Wednesday.
is my eyes shut. So
That's why I come back.
early bedtime looking for ghosts.
Did you see it? When slowed down, it becomes clear that something moves in front of Jennifer's camera, something that resembles a small child. Even creepier, Fox Nation reporter Abby Hornacek also stayed at the hotel and left with painful scratches on her back. But that's not all. A woman named Angelina and her daughter were staying in room 212 at the Crescent Hotel. It is said that on this side of the building, the spirit of a mysterious lady in white is often seen on the balconies. In fact, it's claimed that
Ghosts love
sometimes
to
this
wear white.
ghost is actually seen falling from the balconies into the garden below. So, it's 6 in the morning and Angelina is outside her room enjoying her coffee. And then
Gosh, it's really bright at
this
6 in the
happens.
morning there.
Yeah. I don't hear it.
I heard it that time.
Why are you whispering? You're by yourself.
Reaction.
Hey! You singing?
It was spooky. It was spooky. Oh, that's why. She didn't want to wake her daughter up just yet. Hello.
Angelina is shocked and
What song
also a
is
bit
that?
excited when she hears the voice of a woman singing from the balcony right next to her, because there's no one over there. Angelina says that she was a bit creeped out by the experience, but she is also grateful to have captured what she believes is the voice of a spirit.
I can hear it a lot better now. There's a lot to unpack in this one.
Yeah, there's a couple different things.
The kid speeding across, or whatever that blur was, that was cool.
That was really cool.
The lady that got the scratches, she could just be saying that. You don't know. She could have got those the previous night, and was like, "Ooh,
At the
I'm married.
hotel?
I better not let anybody know." Yeah, it was a ghost.
Oh, I see what you're talking about.
It was a ghost. That's what happened. It wasn't some guy that came over last night while you were at work. And the singing, I couldn't hear any of that crap until they elevated it, and then it was so clear that it was almost.
No, I heard it. I heard it.
Not like that. That was literally it changed so drastically.
Yeah, because it was enhanced. Of course it was drastic.
Yeah, it was enhanced very well because there's no
You can do
white
that on
noise. Yeah, I know.
You can do that on Audacity.
Yeah, and on Audacity you'll hear white noise where you raise the levels and you'll hear the background go.
And he probably did it.
I ain't buying that one. I don't know.
I'll buy it.
She can have it. It's for sale.
Yeah.
Her saying she heard singing when it was low and we couldn't really hear
You
it.
could hear it in the thing.
Barely. But
You're not gonna hear a ghost saying la di da di da.
Well, you're not gonna hear the ghost say, "Okay, you couldn't quite hear me. Let me go into the recording studio."
Because it
and now
wasn't
give you
in
a very clear, with no white noise, no background noise, no nothing. We filtered all of that out.
Because you can do that.
Yeah.
You can do that. Technology can allow this.
Get in the comments if you think I'm wrong on that, and then tell me what equipment you're using so that I know that I can become the greatest recording artist ever when it comes to mixing, because that's impossible. You're gonna raise other levels.
Anywho,
Yeah.
it was a ghost.
Knock, knock.
Those are really good
One night, a group of friends
EVPs.
decide to film themselves taking a spooky dare at a local school that is said to be haunted. The story goes that if you go around to the back of the school and knock on the nurse's office door, someone or something will knock back.
Oh, cool.
Go. Just knock on it. Knock. No, go. Knock harder. Let them know. Let them.
A sudden loud scream sends the girls running in terror.
Let them.
Now, unfortunately, the original creator of this video has basically disappeared off the internet.
She
So for
said
now,
nope.
Whatever happened next remains a mystery.
Oh, teenage life, going to haunted schools. Good times, good times.
I mean, when they heard the voice and took off running and then disappeared off the face of the planet, sketch. A little sketch. If I heard that noise, I would be damn curious if there was something on the other side of that door. But they are a bunch of teenage girls.
Yeah,
They're
come
probably
on.
scared. But they're teenage girls who disappeared off social media. That to me is more paranormal than what they just encountered. 'Cause I don't know a damn teenage girl out there that would not be on social media going, "Oh my God, guys, it's day 12 since the encounter." I mean, come on.
Oh my god. That's a good one. True, but
School's out. 14 years ago, Mark Doty visited a private school in Seattle to use the school's recording studio to lay down a new track. Mark sets up his camera in the school hallway and is about to record a vlog for social media. But for some reason, he just isn't feeling well and is having trouble keeping focused. Eventually, he just gives up. Much later, Mark is going back through the footage that he recorded at the school. What he sees chills him to his core. This is the video.
Okay. Okay.
That's my hair.
I'm not doing this right. Okay.
I feel you, dude. This would be me. Actual footage.
I don't know.
Did you see it? The eerie translucent figure of a woman dressed in a long white gown can just barely be seen walking down the staircase. But as the figure suddenly turns the corner, it becomes very visible, but then it disappears out of sight. Mark is completely unaware of what's happening right behind him, but for some reason he feels confused and unfocused. Now it's worth mentioning that Mark has dedicated his social media and YouTube channel exclusively to his music.
That's me.
This 14-year-old footage is the only video on his channel that has anything to do with the paranormal.
Took him 14 years to catch that ghost. That's crazy.
Well, don't recruit him to Scooby and the gang.
I don't know what to call that. I don't know what that was. It clearly looked like a figure of some sort turning the corner. It was just like a blink. I mean, less than a second is how long it went through there. And it's a 14-year-old video that, again, I always go back to post. You can go add stuff like that in later on. I'm not accusing him of doing that, but because it's such an old video and because it took him so long to find that figure. Does it correlate with him feeling uncomfortable? Yes. He felt uncomfortable. There was something going on. I get that. But am I convinced? No.
The figure itself looked much clearer than the video quality.
Think what you want. I'm just, again, this one's not convincing to me. So.
Yeah, I'm not convinced on that one either.
The unwelcome guest. Workers at a mid-sized hotel in Los Angeles, California have noticed strange things happening on the hotel's second floor. These odd incidents usually seem to occur late at night.
Alright, so we're getting crazy calls from this room that is unoccupied in the second floor. Okay, keys. I think it's
We've seen this short story film.
Yeah.
Don't go in there.
There's something hiding behind the bed.
There's the phone. No one's calling. No one's here. Everything's chilling.
A worker at the hotel says they've been getting frequent unexplained phone calls from an empty room on the second floor. He goes to check, but he finds no explanation for the bizarre calls. There's no one staying in that room. But did you hear it? After I carefully analyzed this video, I noticed something odd that neither the uploader or his viewers seemed to catch. Now I've isolated and enhanced the audio to make it easier to hear, but listen closely.
Yep.
Yeah, 226, that's right.
I heard it.
Yeah, 226.
Without knowing, the hotel worker seems to have caught a creepy EVP of a voice whispering, "Why?" as he walks down the second floor hall. But that's not all that the late night hotel staff has captured on video.
Okay.
Creepy phone calls.
That's haunted. That's haunted. You're reaching on this one. That's reaching.
Reaching?
Reaching.
Reaching.
You heard something sound like it said, "Why?" Okay, gotcha.
They're getting phone calls from an unoccupied room.
Strange. I'm not gonna say a ghost is now picking up the phone going, "Here, watch this, Fred." Hey, I hung up.
During a slow night of work at the hotel, a girl named Brooke and her coworker decide to pass the time with a fun little race challenge. They put their phone in the hotel's elevator on the third floor and attempt to race the elevator down to the lobby to pick it up. But then things just get weird.
Yeah, why would it stop on the second floor? Someone would have had to push the button. What?
Likes the second floor.
Oh God.
The elevator hangs on the allegedly haunted second floor as the doors continuously open and close for no reason. And strangely enough, another unexplained voice seems to quietly say, "Hello?"
The women get on this elevator, put the phone on the elevator,
And was racing it down.
racing it down. It stopped on the second floor twice. You didn't see anything, but you did hear a voice, which again, I'm going back to post, but you did hear a voice. Nothing about this one screams paranormal. To me, I'll turn it over to her because she believes in all this crap.
That is paranormal.
That's all you got?
I mean, it's got the EVP. It's got the weird phone calls. It's got all the elements of a paranormal. The only thing that it's missing is like an apparition of some sort.
It's missing a lot for me to buy it.
Okay, so what is it missing?
What is it missing? The doors close, and then there's a shadow that appears in the doors from behind the camera, and then the door opens, and she climbs in and gets the camera. When she gets in, there's nobody in there when she grabs the phone. That right there, I'd be like, hey, that's a little messed up, because we clearly saw a silhouette in the reflection of the doors, and then they open, and she grabs her phone and never once knew anything about something being in there. That would be something that I'd be like, hey, that's something. Interesting, sure. It's interesting. But am I going to lose sleep over this video?
I'm not saying that.
I'm not going to lay awake at night staring at my door going, someone might say, hello, hello. And then I'm going to be, oh, pull the covers up. No, move along.
Cut to another night at the hotel. Brooke decides to record as she and her co-worker are busy arranging furniture in one of the vacant second floor rooms. The video was meant to be a random vlog showing what they do on an average night at work. But when she looks back at her footage, she finds something that is pure nightmare fuel.
I felt bad. How do you up the stairs? I don't know, but I mean, I felt bad, but also, no, don't feel bad. It's just terrible. Didn't you want to clean it real quick? Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, so my sister, she graduates in 2 days, and I asked for the whole weekend off.
Thank you.
What do you want to talk about? Where the mirror should go?
Yeah, actually, let's do her job.
Okay. All right. Chat, should the mirror go
Here.
in this corner?
The right corner.
Okay. Or in that corner?
Did you see it?
No.
For a brief moment, a dark shape can be seen standing in the opposite corner of the room, eerily watching the two young women as they work. But when they pan the camera back over to the corner where the dark figure was standing, there's nothing there. So, is this LA hotel haunted? Or is it all just a very elaborate hoax? You decide.
Well, there's your apparition. In the mirror.
Okay. When I saw them pull the mirror up and they showed the desk sitting in the corner, it had stuff stacked on the desk.
But it doesn't look like a person.
But it very well could, in the amount of the 2 seconds it took to pull that mirror up, and the reflection of it just goes dark. Is that what it is? I don't know.
It had arms. It looked like arms. And a torso and a head.
I always talk about post. In post, for you guys, I'm going to put a picture of that desk that they show, and then I'm going to have the mirror where it shows what it's reflecting. And remember, all of it's dark. But if that's the case, and there's a dark apparition, where did the desk go? Because the desk was not there. The apparition was, the desk was gone, but then when they turned the camera, the desk was there. So the apparition grabbed the desk, moved it out of the way, stood there, and then moved the desk back. No, I think that was just a reflection of the darkness in that corner from the desk and the stuff stacked on it. You be the judge. You decide. That's what I'm thinking.
A cry
Hell's
for help.
missing a demon.
Late one afternoon, 2 teenage girls are hanging out in the woods near their home. They're taking pictures of a red rose in the forest for an art project for school. They begin to hear something very strange coming from the woods nearby. They start to get a little freaked out, and one of the girls takes out her phone and captures this disturbing video.
What if I screamed to scare the demons? They would mimic your scream. Oh. That never scared me anyway. Maybe it's just a bunch of kids trying to summon demons. That in the forest we're in? Yeah. Sounds like fun. The more you listen, the less scary it sounds. The more I listen, the more scary it sounds. I just sound like really close now. Oh, you gotta get Yeah.
Someone cries for help, so you run.
I think I know what it is. I think it's a hyena.
Hyena? What are you, in Africa?
So a hyena sound like? No.
Is that what a hyena sounds like? Yeah, no.
The 2 girls hear bizarre screaming coming from somewhere nearby in the woods. But the 2 teenagers,
Am I the only one that would be running
fearing
towards it?
demons and hyenas,
Yeah, I'd be
are
very
pretty
curious
freaked
to know why
out
somebody
and
needs
decide
help.
to just hurry home.
And maybe
One
help.
of the girls tells her mother what happened, and her mom makes the very wise decision to immediately call the police.
Well, good
The
on
local
her for at least
authorities
telling her
arrive
mom
and
about
search
it.
the area, and in a tragic turn of events, they find a woman in the woods desperately screaming for help. The woman's husband had suddenly lost consciousness and quickly passed away out in the middle of the forest. The woman cried and cried for help, but it was hours before anyone came. Now, unfortunately, nothing could be done for the man, even if the call had been made earlier. But this very sad story is a good reminder that scary sounds aren't always something scary. Calling the authorities just might save a life.
Yeah, see.
I have always said, if you hear somebody crying for help in the woods, it very easily could be a person crying for help in the woods.
Yeah.
We've seen so many videos on this where people get freaked out and just leave. We don't know if they had responded in time, if they could have saved that man's life. They said basically they don't think they could. But every second counts, and that poor woman needed help. And I understand it's 2 girls. They could have called the cops and had them. But
And they're
man,
teenagers, too, because they were
Yeah.
doing an art project for school. So, I mean, I get it.
a man, you go check on that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like yelling fire. You're going to go look for fire.
Yeah.
You scream fire, I'm looking for fire. They're screaming help. I need to know if I can help somebody. Because that poor woman agonized that entire time for hours until the police showed up. And could it have been avoided had these girls heard her screams and immediately called the police? Yet to be determined. But this is a great video to kind of push that to the forefront of not everything is freaking haunted or a ghost.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's people. So keep that in mind when you're walking through the woods. If you hear somebody screaming for help, do a little investigating. And please be sensible enough that if you're in the woods, carry something to protect yourself. That way you can investigate. Because if you go out there with nothing, then you're less apt to try to help someone if they need it.
Mm-hmm.
So at least carry protection with you. If you hear the help cries, go check it out.
Secret shopper. One night at around 10 p.m. at a discount store in California, Rodney, the store manager, is busy processing some inventory in the stockroom. Rodney is completely alone when something happens that sends chills down his spine.
I want you guys to focus on this area right here. Okay? Hold on, let me speed this up a bit. Alright, watch. Look. Boom, you see that?
Suddenly, for no reason, a box falls from the highest shelf in the storeroom with a loud bang, freaking Rodney out. But as he reviews the store security camera footage to show what happened, he suddenly hears a strange sound coming from somewhere inside the store. He goes to investigate, and this is when things get really creepy.
Is that you? Look, I'm here by myself. Nobody's here. It's just me. See that? Come out! I'm not afraid of you.
Yeah, for 2 seconds.
Till you move, say anything.
Is that you? That threw down the box earlier? Come on out!
Mannequin would be unsettling.
I figured that was too
Don't
on the
scare me.
nose.
Come on up!
See, now you're, yeah, it's not a good idea. Trying to mess with me. Beat your chest a little. Be alright.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I
Rodney
was scared
searches
of
the
you.
store
Watch
to find
this.
the source of the strange sound, when suddenly he feels a weird tug on his hair, almost as if something is touching him. He goes to check the store security camera, and his blood runs cold.
Fine.
Look, there I am, right there. Look, you see that? You see that? Nah.
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 That's a erection.
It looks like something pulled Rodney's hair. Now, Rodney posted his video to show what happened to him, but has chosen to keep his identity and the location of the store a secret.
I didn't want to be labeled this store as the haunted store. So I got you my store, some crazy things happened, and took some video, and that's about it.
So, is this a real paranormal encounter or not?
Well, based on
As
his
always, I
reaction,
leave that up to you to decide.
that ghost is kinky.
Okay, Rodney. The box falling.
Could have been anything, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I'm certainly not going to say something fell. The crap falls in our house all the time. We have a cat, but still.
We have a cat, but
Doesn't always mean it's the cat. Sometimes the air blows it over, wind, something's heavy in it that's just kind of teetering, and at some point it finally gives way. That I'm not going to buy into. Whatever pulled his hair, interesting.
very interesting.
I mean,
because he freaked out, so I don't think that was planned.
Yeah.
And the way that he moved, it wouldn't have been able to just drop if it was something attached to his hair.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy to put a piece of like fishing line and tie it around your hair and then kind of pull it, but he reached back, and if there was fishing line on there,
it would have snagged.
You could have probably been able to tell. Not saying you could. You could have probably been able to tell when he pulled on it that there was something attached to his hair. So that one, I don't know. That's interesting, and I bet it freaked him out. He crapped his pants. You know, he had a case for something. So when it comes to these paranormal videos, I'm always looking for something that I don't have an idea of how I could do it. This is one of those. I know I could do that with fishing line, but depending on the way he rubbed his head after it happened, hard to say.
Yeah.
Hard to say. So, Rodney, I'll give you that one. I'm not giving you the box.
Not giving you the box. We'll give you the hair.
Yep.
I'd say yes.
Emergency. In this next creepy video, 3 medical students are working the night shift, and it's a bit of a slow night on the job. So, to pass the time, they decide to set out to explore an abandoned and allegedly haunted section of the hospital, the old out-of-service hospital emergency room.
You guys.
We've seen this.
Yeah.
Haunted ER.
Gay male nurse dude.
We're gonna go.
Haunted ER. Throughout the hospital's many years in operations, countless patients died in this section of the hospital. The most recent tragic death being that of a young child. It is said that the ghosts of patients who passed away still haunt the old ER. So, the 3 med students make it down to the abandoned old emergency room. And yes, things are about to take a terrifying turn.
I'm really good too. Oh my god, my head is huge. Chloe, so I
way
can't even...
behind on this one.
Huh?
Nuke's done it.
Right here.
We got a chance.
A couple times, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if this was one of the other ones we watched.
I'm not excited about this. I didn't even get to finish eating my sandwich.
It feels like we're getting on a
Oh my gosh.
You nervous? Why are you nervous?
Because it's haunted.
Are you nervous?
Yes. Looks like there's anybody in there. What?
Chloe just spooked herself.
Could you imagine like JD, Turk, and Elliot going on a haunted part of the hospital at Sacred Heart?
Yeah, she's an adult.
Turk would scream.
The Turk would scream.
It's still weird though.
That is kind of creepy.
That's weird.
It'd be funny if it just fell over.
That's freaky. Let's go.
Oh. Why are you looking? Oh. The lights are on. Go in. Go in.
No, go in.
Go in. Go in. Figure out why the lights are on.
Why does a man always have to be the one that goes?
Do
They
it.
look like evil eyes. You guys need to go.
I'd go.
Yeah, of course you're gonna go in with you.
I would too.
Of course we're gonna go in with you. Remains on the outside.
Feels weird.
Was that you? Yeah. This room feels weird. I don't like this.
Ooh.
I do.
Oh! The curtain moved.
No, it
Yeah, it did. It moved. It moved. It moved. Yes, it did.
Why would
It did.
move?
How did you not see that? Oh, okay.
A curtain moves on its own, and a cane
How
falls
did
to
you
the
not
floor,
see that?
almost as if it was pushed. The 3 medical students are completely freaked out and just run right out of there. So, are the stories true? And is the old emergency room haunted by the spirits of former patients? Let me know what you think.
I mean, it would make sense. Haunted ER. Haunted ER.
We've seen this
We've
one.
seen this one so many times, and there's nothing
Yeah.
added to this one. So
yeah, I mean, you can go back to our previous videos. It's somewhere in the dozens that we've done on these spooky Saturdays. But yeah, I mean, we've seen this one multiple times. The little gay nurse dude gets all freaked out with his girlfriends.
With his girlfriends.
I mean, there's nothing here that.
My opinion hasn't changed on this one.
Yeah, I mean, I think the first time we saw it, I said, "Oh, that's weird how that thing fell," and but the lights being left on, yeah, it happens. The curtain, we couldn't really tell if the curtain was moved, and if it did move, could be anything. Air conditioning kick on. I mean, there's a lot of ways that curtain could have just because it barely moved.
It moved like across the thing.
I missed it somehow. Either that or I was just quit paying attention because I've seen this one so many times. But yeah, it's oldie but goodie. Nuke, please don't show this one again.
You've shown it like 3 times now.
Yeah, we've seen it.
Cynical. A Nuke's Top 5 viewer and YouTube gamer who goes by the name Professor Cynical reached out to us about some scary, unexplainable events that have been happening at his home in England.
And that kind of stuff happens all the time now. And
I think we saw this one too, right?
The hell?
Even though Professor Cynical is, cynical and a skeptic,
And a professor.
He says that ever since his family moved into their home 4 years ago, things have happened that he simply can't explain. Late one night, after being awakened by strange noises, Cynical gets up and starts recording. What happens next is downright creepy.
Don't worry about that. That was my air freshener going off automatically. 8 minutes. Bargain.
Bargain.
Nah, mate. Nah. Nope. I am moving out.
Cynical is shocked when he sees the door to the kitchen
Oh.
move all by itself. But it
Man, he
gets
wasted
even
no time to go
creepier.
running after that thing.
Can you make something move? Again?
Kid's toy.
Can you make anything move?
He made
Cynical
you
has
move
the
apparently.
scare of a lifetime when suddenly a chair forcefully slides towards him from all the way across the room. Professor Cynical says that he now believes his house might just be very haunted, and he thinks that he and his family should maybe just move out.
Cynical. Ain't so cynical no more.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, the chair moving, he could have grabbed it and pulled it and freaked out. I mean, nothing in this one I couldn't reenact with less than $5. So I don't know. I mean, it's to call yourself cynical and then to go ghost hunting and for something like that to happen.
But he didn't go ghost hunting before all this stuff started happening.
Well, why would you call yourself cynical?
Maybe he's just cynical.
Cynical of what?
I don't know the dude.
Most people that say they're cynical, it normally has to do with things like this. Most cynics. So I would assume that has something to do, I don't know his channel. We could go look it up and find out what his videos look like, whatever. But for him to, because he did sit down on his couch and start taunting, saying, move something. Well, it moved him.
Well, maybe he wanted proof.
Yeah, he obviously wanted proof. But my point being is everything that happened in that video is easily manipulated. So I can't go into it just full on going, that man had a paranormal encounter.
Graveyard shift. Japri is working a late night shift on ambulance duty as an emergency medical technician. As he's driving the ambulance back to base, something happens that he simply can't explain. Something absolutely terrifying.
Alright, so
We've seen this one too.
Yeah. I'm not sure
This
how
one
to,
was funny.
how to talk about this, but well, first off, I've been an EMT just for a little bit, and
I'm retired.
I ain't never experienced nothing like this. So as we driving back to base, I swear I seen a face in the rearview mirror. Like,
Send somebody as soon as you can.
I thought we saw this one on Nukes.
I need to turn this engine off though, cause like we're gonna be stranded out here.
Yeah, as soon as possible. Hey, thank you.
He said, yeah, Rook, go up there and turn it off.
I ain't leaving my phone.
I don't know if you see it, but can y'all see that back door? Like it just flew open. Like, can y'all? Oh, nah, what the? What was that? Can y'all see it? Nah, hell no. That nah.
As Dupree is reaching in to turn off the engine, just off camera, the back door of the ambulance flies open on its own.
And the ambulance.
No crackhead's gonna be running back and forth in the back of a bus. Or in the back of
shocked
an
and jumps
ambulance.
back out, leaving his phone behind.
They were just driving it. They would have noticed he was in there.
But then Dupree and his EMT partner see a strange, unexplained shadow darting back
Going that fast?
inside the
Crackheads are
ambulance.
quick.
Dupree says he was so shaken up by this encounter that he called his employer to come pick up the ambulance. He says
And his
he
resignation.
just took an Uber home.
He just took an Uber.
See, and this one had a little more context because Nuke does a little more digging and tells you more about the situation. So I thought we saw this one on Nukes last time, but
Yeah, but there wasn't anything extra to this one.
yeah, he said he took an Uber.
I mean, that's the only extra thing.
But that's what Nuke does is he gives you a little more information on these videos. So
Yeah, but usually it's
I
like,
don't remember
oh,
that.
well, here's like 3 months later, they put out another video, you know, sort of thing. Not just, oh, by the way, he took an Uber home.
So just get in the comments, let us know what you think. I mean,
We're always going to have these back and forth arguments on, was it ghost, was it not, was it whatever.
I imagine it's the reason why you guys watch is because you have two sides, the cynic and the believer. Most of these things that I watch where people react, they're jumping through the roof, they're screaming, they're hollering, they're so silly to me. And I know they're entertaining as well. You love watching people get hoodies and pull them up over their face. Or you gotta be convincing. And a lot of this, most of this, 99% of this stuff is not very convincing. And that's where she comes in because she loves to do the whole ghost hunting thing. And if we can figure out where this Crescent Hotel is,
dude, I would go.
I'd be willing to go ghost hunt that place.
But it looks just like the Stanley. It has the same everything as the Stanley except for the cancer cure hostage taking part.
I'm just not over
But
I would love to do the ghost hunt somewhere like that with people. But I'm going to be the guy that nothing happens.
Because
they're going to say, well, it just doesn't always just happen. Yeah, I'm aware because I'm here.
yeah,
If it were
you
you,
scared them off.
if it were
Scared the
you,
ghosts
something
off.
would happen. But because I'm here now, it's going to be like, oh hell, here come the Brodown. Don't do nothing.
Don't do shit. Just don't do anything.
So I would love to, and if you guys want us to go do a ghost hunt, she's done them in the past. I've had ghostly type of encounters before that still make me a cynic, but paranormal, things that were not normal happen to me. I would gladly be the guinea pig to walk into these places that everyone say is so haunted and be that guy that's, not like douchebag Baggins. Not run around talking about, I do you! I mean, I'm not going to be that over-the-top stupid about it, but I will try to provoke if it's possible.
That's like rule number 1, don't do.
Rule number 2 is, because it don't exist. That's why you don't do it.
No, you don't provoke.
Okay.
Gotta be respectful of its space.
So just get down there, let us know where you'd like for us to check things out. We are right here in what's called the Arklatex. So we've got Texas, Louisiana, and Arkansas all right around us. You got somewhere in that vicinity that you would like for us to check out, let us know. We can plan trips. I'd be willing to do it, and I think you'd be entertained by me doing it because I'm not afraid of this stuff. And something might get shot.
Oh, God.
You never know. If I hear a noise that goes boom, 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 I'm going to go boom, boom, boom.
I'm going to go boom, boom, boom.
And then we'll see what happens. But yeah, find me somewhere and we'll check it out. Like, share.
Subscribe.
Do the thing.
Do the thing.
Till the next time, guys, as always, come at me, bro.
The Brodown is over. Let's bro out.
Oh, God. He took an Uber.